real quick, just to thank some people. I got to thank all my coaches and teammates. Throughout my life. 20 years of wrestling and right up today here. Some people in particular, talked a lot about Brent Barnes from Lake Stevens, and I think he's the best high school coach in the country, but it's not because of the state titles. It's not because his teams are usually ranked top 25 in the country, but it's because what I've seen him do for people as far as, that wasn't even related to athletics. Brent Barnes has just, when a guy might get in trouble or make some bad decisions, Brent Barnes will do whatever he can, and his staff, Brent Barnes and Dean With and Andy Knutson basically saved my life as far, I wasn't a real bad kid, but it would have been easy for me to go down the wrong road, and these coaches, would get into your personal life, and, whether it was coming over to help me with my math class or coming and getting me up in the morning and running, or Coach Barnes had the quality that all great coaches do. They kind of know when you're going to do something wrong before you do, and what are you going to go do that for? How's that going to help you be a champion? You're not supposed to be doing that, or and these guys, what I've seen these coaches do for people that had nothing to do with wrestling or sports has been really amazing, and that's what it's about, making good people champions in and out of the arena. So another guy, Pat Wickham, who coaches the best junior college in the country, North Idaho College. Couple things, he coaches the best program in the country, but he has a kids book program that he's given away probably I don't know, thousands of books. I think over 10,000, maybe, something ridiculous like that. But and to see people just helping people and doing good things is something that you need to do, outside of the gym. Being a good person and making the world better than when you got to it, and providing so many books for kids, brand new books. Obviously a good deed, and by the way, he coaches the best junior college program in the country. So, and all those coaches up there were great teammates as well. A lot of UFC fighters came out of there too. Season 2 Ultimate Fighter runner-up Mike Whitehead was my roommate up there, and he really gave some great insight into fighting as far as keeping it in perspective. Treat it like a wrestling match, and it's not as scary, because when you get in that cage and the cage locks, it's the real deal, and the stakes are high. So, but yeah, just people being good people and helping people that outside of their sport is amazing, and something we should all shoot for. And then Coach Ritchie down here at Southern Oregon, something that I really take from him. He was a big positive attitude guy, but he really stressed helping your own and taking, if you're a wrestler, you take care of wrestlers, and it's real important, especially with the college programs being dropped today. UC Davis just dropped theirs, U of O dropped their program, University of Washington a long time ago. I mean, college wrestling is hurting, and a lot of it has to do with Title IX issues, but Coach Ritchie really help your own and look out for your guys. If somebody's messing with your teammate, you put an end to it right there. Really, take care of your own. And another thing, he gave me some coaching tapes. I hate to admit that they were Phil Jackson, the Chicago Bulls basketball coach, because best thing about a basketball floor is wrestling a match from door to door. If you want to put on a dress and play basketball, you can, but something that coach talked about that I thought was real important was living in the moment, and I already talked about that a little bit as far as gearing for a performance and a peak performance where you train up to that point, but the moment that really matters is when the bell rings, when the whistle blows. That's when you got to be there and live in the moment. So real important to live in the moment when we start thinking about competition. So yeah, another guy, Dirk Stafford. This is his gym, Rogue Valley Martial Arts. He's a Muay Thai expert, kickboxing expert, and one thing I always really like guys that didn't really come from a wrestling background, but see the importance of wrestling, and he's been real open and willing to have a wrestler come in, and I just think it shows that he's smart basically, and even though he trained up at Team Quest with Robert Fawless and took classes with Randy Couture, so he knows the importance of wrestling. But I think when you get a great striker and a great wrestler together, and you get some submission wrestling in there, you've got a combination that is going to be hard to beat. So yeah, and then another guy, Dan Kessler, Caveman MMA, kind of got me back into coaching a little bit. After I had my second knee surgery, I kind of wanted to be away from wrestling a little bit, and didn't. Just kind of wanted to. I loved wrestling so much that when I couldn't come in and participate and practice, it really bothered me. And Dan finally kept trying to get me down here, and he finally drugged me down here. And we met through the SOU, Southern Oregon University Boxing Club, and boxed for a couple years. And he got me back in here. He's got Caveman Martial Arts up in Grants Pass, Oregon, and just a real student of the sport. Dan Kessler is, and he's always calling me, asking me about a move, asking me about a fight, a kid he saw, or so just something. You just know he's thinking about things, and a big Gable fan himself, kind of a newer Gable fan, and so you got to think a guy like that kind of got me back into it, and is helping a lot of people, and people that train with him are gonna be doing real well. My guy Josh Goldman, that was my practice dummy here, the guy I was throwing around. Got to thank him, and one thing I like about Josh is he's a student of the sport. When he'll come to wrestling practice and ask a question, about single legs or whatever it is that just show that he's thinking about the moves and being a student of the sport, and also he's only been doing this stuff for 6 months, and he's improving really fast. He's he's working on his boxing, kickboxing, wrestling, and jiu-jitsu, and he's coming to all the workouts, and he's doing everything right, and as fast as he's improving, it's good to see, because it goes to his work ethic. So and being a student of the sport, of course. So and of course, surrounding yourself with people that can help you. My family's always, been real supportive of my wrestling and this DVD, and it's been a real positive experience for me, and truly have surrounded myself with people that can help me achieve my goals, and hopefully we can help a lot of people that way. So I hope you enjoy the DVD, share it all, teach it as your own if you want, and one thing, you won't ever regret the hard work you put in, the hard work you do. There's really no better life than putting all your effort and doing all you can to achieve a goal, and hard work pays off.